Have you ever paused in front of a mirror and thought, who first decided a piece of reflective glass would change how we see ourselves? Every day we take mirrors for granted, checking our hair, fixing our makeup, navigating with car rearview mirrors. But the mirror didn't start out as sleek glass framed in silver. It began its journey deep in nature, in the stillness of water possibly thousands of years ago. That simple reflection sparked a fascination that would span millennia. Long before polished glass existed, humans saw their first reflections in still water and shiny stone. Around 6000 BCE, early peoples in Anatolia, modern Turkey, used pieces of obsidian, volcanic glass, to craft some of the world's first handheld mirrors by skillfully polishing one side to create a faint, almost mystical reflection. Centuries later, around 4000 to 3000 BCE, cultures in Mesopotamia and Egypt began making mirrors from polished copper and bronze discs. Small, intimate, and expensive, these ancient mirrors were prized both for their practical use and their symbolic value. Meanwhile, across the ocean, Mesoamerican civilizations like the Olmecs fashioned mirrors from polished iron ore and later volcanic glass and pyrite around 1000 to 500 BCE. These mirrors weren't just utilitarian, they were rich with cultural meaning, used in rituals and believed to be portals to other realms. And in Europe's Iron Age, finely crafted bronze mirrors like the famous Desbro mirror, circa 50 BCE, emerged as both functional objects and ornate artworks, showcasing craftsmanship that has withstood the test of time. By the early centuries AD, skilled artisans in the Roman Empire were experimenting with coating glass fragments using metallic substances like lead or tin to achieve reflection, though these early glass mirrors were tiny and imperfect. It wasn't until the Renaissance, particularly on the island of Murano in the 14th to 15th century Venice, that glass mirrors matured into prized luxury items. Venetian glassmakers perfected a tin-mercury amalgam process, yielding clearer, brighter mirrors. So coveted they were likened to precious art more than reflective tools. The real transformation came in 1835, when German chemist Justus von Liebig developed a better method to deposit a thin layer of metallic silver onto glass, known as the silvering process. This innovation was later refined and enabled mass production, making mirrors affordable for the middle class. Mirrors went from being lavish objects to becoming ordinary household essentials almost overnight. Mirrors didn't just change how people groomed themselves, they changed how they saw themselves. Artists like Jan van Eyck and others of the Renaissance used mirrors in iconic paintings, not merely as props, but as symbols of self-awareness and illusion. Before physical mirrors, mythic tales spoke of water or reflective surfaces as access points to other worlds. So, in many ways, mirrors have always been more psychological than physical. Then there was the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles, built in the late 17th century, a dazzling use of reflection to amplify light and create breathtaking grandeur. Similarly, mirror chambers in places like India and Persia used reflective surfaces to elevate spiritual and architectural spaces. These weren't everyday mirrors. They were meant to awe. Today's mirrors rely on vacuum-deposited coatings of aluminum or silver, able to cover entire walls, buildings, or optical instruments. In telescopes, ultra-thin aluminized mirrors help capture distant starlight, showing us more than just our reflection. They reflect the universe itself. Everywhere, from bathrooms to skyscrapers, mirrors are more than tools. They shape our perception of space, depth, and reality. From raining reflections in puddles to shimmering galaxy-capturing telescope surfaces, mirrors remind us that simple ideas become extraordinary with time, craft, and imagination. They've reflected our image and our progress in equal measure. If you enjoyed this reflective journey, give us a like, comment your favorite mirror fact below, and subscribe to CurioCoreX for more curious histories. Until next time, stay curious.